Hello everyone, good morning. Can anyone confirm audible or not? Can you hear me? Can you use your chat window? Any newcomers who is joining from today onwards? Anyone is there? Any newcomers who is joining from today onwards? Who is joining from today onwards? Can you raise your hand? Any newcomers who is joining from today onwards? No one is there, right? Perfect. Okay, Zoom link will change from Wednesday. Okay, mostly Zoom link will change from Wednesday. Okay, so you can check with admin. Okay then, so the last class where we stopped, the last class we discussed about how we can apply the CSS properties, how we can apply, how many ways are there we can apply the CSS properties to my elements. Okay, the next level topic is like box model. Let me open. All are installed, right? Okay, one newcomer, Srinu. Okay, we can talk later. Okay, Srinu. We completed like 6 sessions, 6 to 7 sessions. Okay, just it's a kind of prerequisites. We completed HTML. Now we are starting like CSS. Okay, this week onwards we are going to start with React once CSS completed. Okay, React not yet started. Don't worry, I will provide you the videos so far what we discussed. Okay, end of the session we'll discuss. So all are installed this software, right? Visual Studio Code software. If you're not installed, just install it. If you're not installed, just install it. Okay, it's a open source software. Directly you can install in your machines. So let me open our workspace folder. Our workspace folder is this. Okay. So today's our next level topic is, let's go to content. Our next level topic is like box model. Okay, after that we can come back to selectors. What is box model? See, very simple. Let me create one file. I have one element div is there. I have one more element. Para you can take. One more element, para, totally. I have one more element, span is there. Okay, UV. I have one more element, H1 is there. Okay. 4 elements are there. Can I run this? Can I run this? How we can run? Go to Reveal in File Explorer. This is your workspace folder. This is your file. Right click on the file, open it. Okay, this is the one. Now, can you inspect? Can you open the developer console window? Everyone knows, right, how to open the developer console window. In the elements tab, whatever the content is visible to the end user, that content related code we can see in the elements tab or not. That content related code we can see in the elements tab or not. That content related code we can see in the elements tab. Yes or no? That content related code we can see in the elements tab. Okay, so this is the content, this content related code. Okay, where I can see, go to inspect. So this is the code. In the right side, whatever the CSS applied for that particular element, we can see that CSS or not. Okay, now for my div, display block. For my para, display block and margin. For my span, nothing. For my H1, these many CSS properties are applied. Among with those CSS properties, can you check it? There has one box also you can see here. See, for my div, we have a box. For my para, we have a box. See this. For my span, we have a box. Okay, for my H1, we have a box. Yes or no? Not only this, for my body, see this, we have a box. For my heading, we have a box. For my HTML also, we have a box. Yes or no? That means each and every element in the right side, you can see one box or not. Yes or no? See, starting HTML. HTML also which kind of element? HTML also which kind of element? It is a block level element or not? Header, whatever you place in the header, that is directly not visible to the end user. That is works in the background. For example, CSS, place in the header tag. CSS code is not visible, but it is run in the background or not. It is visible in the background or not. The next one is like body also, which tag? Okay, it's a block level element. Body has some margin 8 pixel. See, any tag you can take, any tag you can take. You can see this box or not. What is this box? What it represents? You know, this box represents the structure of your element. This box represents what? The structure of your element, which contains how many sections? Can you see that? Which contains how many sections? Which contains how many sections? Okay, so far we completed 8 sessions. Okay, I will provide you, okay, first 10 class videos to you. Okay, which contains, come on, which contains how many sections? If you observe here, there has 4 sections are there. See this. This is first one, second one, third one, fourth one. There has 4 sections are there. Not only for div, any element you can take it. In the right side, you can see one box. That box contains 4 sections. That box represents the structure of your element. That box represents what? The structure of your element. Okay, so that box contains 4 sections, right? Okay, let's go with one by one. The first, okay, let's take one div. Any element you can take it. The first one is what? Okay, see, this is my div. See, this one, this one, this one, this one, 4 sections, right? See, the first section, I can say like a content here. See this. This is my content area. Okay, whatever the content is visible to the end user, that is only we can say like what? Simply content, right? Okay, whatever the text rendered inside the browser visible to the end user, that is nothing but a content. The first section is a content. The next, after content, what we have? Okay, we have the padding. Okay, after padding, what we have? We have a border. After border, what we have? We have a margin. Now, okay, I want to define what is padding, what is border, what is margin. Content, you know, the text which is visible to the end user, that is content. The text which is visible to the end user, that is content. Okay, let's start. This is my div, right? This is my div, right? Now, by seeing this box, what is padding? Very simple, right? The content and border between whatever the space is there, can I say like a padding? So can I define a padding like this? The gap between border to content, can I say as a padding? Yes or no? The gap between content to border, what we can say? The gap between content to border, what we can say? We can say as a border. Okay, let's go with the border first. Okay, border. Can I write border, some CSS to apply the border? Very simple. Border 1 pixel. Okay, to my div I'm applying. Okay, solid red border I want. This is the CSS property. Now see, my border applied. So here, if the border is not there, see this. Here nothing is visible. One not showing. If border applied, see this. Okay, one showing or not, one is visible or not. See, border applied for how many sides? The element is like what? In the rectangle shape. If you see here, the box is in the rectangle shape. We have 4 sides or not? Top, left, right, bottom, left, like this 4 sides or not? Now you can define the content which is visible to the end user. Okay, the text which is visible to the end user, I can say content. Padding is nothing but border to content gap. I can say like a padding. Border is nothing but what? Border is nothing but what? What is border? Come on, border is nothing but what? What is border? Okay, can I say the boundaries of our element? The boundaries of my element. Okay, right boundary is this one, top boundary is this one, left boundary is this one, bottom boundary is this one. Can I say the boundaries of an element is like a border or not? Yes or no? Okay, the next one is like margin. By seeing this box only tell, margin is nothing but what? After border, how much you expanded outside, can I say like a margin? After the border, see this, okay, this is my border. After the border, top, I expanded this much. Okay, then the time it is like a margin to top. Right side, if I expand from the right border, this is margin right. Bottom border to, okay, bottom, if I expanded something, that is the bottom border. Okay, if bottom border to, if I expand something, that is like a margin bottom. Left border to, if I expand something left side, that is like what? Margin left or not? Agreed with me? Yes or no? Come on. I agreed. Okay, now can I define one by one? The box model, which represents the structure of our element, it contains 4 parts. One is like content, the text which is visible to the end user, I can say content. Okay, padding is nothing but the gap between border to content, we can say like a padding. Border is nothing but the boundaries of an element. Okay, left, right side, okay, bottom and top. The next one is like margin. Okay, the element which is expanded outside the margin, outside the border, we can say like what? Margin or not? The element which is expanded outside the border, we can say like what? Margin or not? Yes or no? Now I want to give some gap between left border to content. That means this is my left border to content. I need some gap. Then the type I need to give what? Padding. Padding for all sides you want me to give a only left side only you need gap. I need a gap left side only. So can I give like a padding left? So padding left 50 pixel. Now if I give like a padding left 50 pixel, see here 50 added here. Now see there is a green, light green shade. Now gap between left border to left side content. Can I say what? Padding left or not? Got my point? The gap between content to border, we can say like a padding. Okay, left border to left content, we can say like a padding left. Okay, same like that. Okay, right border is this one. Okay, right border is this one. Right content is this one. If you need some gap here, okay, you can give like what? Padding right. Padding right. Okay, how much you want? 50 pixel. Now see this right side also, if you observe, there is a red shade is visible. Okay, the red shade, no, green shade is visible or not? Red is margin. Yes or no? The next one, right to left done. No? Top border to top content I want to give. Top border to top content. Padding top 50 pixel. Top border to top content. Now see this. Top border is this one. Top content is this one. So top border to top content. Okay, the next one, bottom border to bottom content. Directly you can keep here 50. Okay, now see this, my padding bottom added or not? Yes or no? So my padding I given 4 sides or not? Yes or no? The light green shade is visible, right? That part is what? Padding. The red border is a border. Okay, in between, okay, there has a blue color content is visible. Okay, blue color text, okay, occupied some space. Okay, that is what? Content or not? All are okay? Yes or no? The text which is visible to the end user, it is a content. The gap between border to content is a padding. The boundaries of an element, we can say like what? A border. Now observe here, left, right, top, bottom, related to padding only. I want to give a shorthand form, shorthand syntax to apply these 4 properties in a single line. Then you can go with padding 50 pixel if I give, see this 4 sides it's applied or not. If it is like same value for all sides, directly you can give it. For example, different. left I want 10, 20, 30, 40, like that I want to give 4 sides. Very simple. If I give like 2 values here, how it is going to work, it's a clockwise direction. See, first value is a top, clockwise direction. Top, padding top is 50, so that top is 50. The next one is like right side, padding right is 40. Yes. Okay, next bottom no value. So bottom no value, so it is taking like opposite value 50. The next one is like left to no value, it is take the opposite value, so 40. So padding top bottom 50 50, left to right to 40 40. Now if you give like 30 here, 30 pixel, top 50, next top 50, next right 40, next bottom 30, bottom 30, the next one left no value, opposite value is going to take. Okay, come on, the next one is what? 20 pixel. Okay, top 50, next right 40, bottom 30, left 20 or not, left 20 or not. It is a shorthand syntax, but internally, see, there is an expand symbol is there, right? Can I expand it? Now see this, it is internally padding top 50, padding right 40, padding bottom 30, padding left 20 pixel or not, shorthand form. Now if you observe this border, see this is also one kind of shorthand form only. This expand symbol is there. See this, these many CSS properties you can write in a single line. Okay, top border. Okay, 4 borders are there. Top border width, top border style, top border color. Okay, like this, how many are there? Top, left border, bottom border, and right border. This is the shorthand form for border or not. Color okay? Okay then. So content done, padding done, next border done. Can I go with the margin? What is margin? The element which is expanded outside the border. The element which is expanded outside the border. What I can say? The element which is expanded outside the border. What I can say? I can say as a margin or not. Outside the border. So border, 4 sides are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 sides. Okay, which expanded outside the border. For example, border top expanded outside something. Okay, that is what? Margin top. So if I give like margin top is like 50 or 30 pixel. Now see this, it is expanded outside the border. How much? There is a red shade is there. Red shade. The red shade, we can say like what? Margin or not. The element which is expanded outside the border, we can say like a margin. So like that, how many sides you can expand? Okay, left side I can expand, right to top to bottom, same like padding. Okay, margin. Okay, right side 30 pixel, margin bottom 30 pixel. The next one, margin left 30 pixel. 30 pixel. Now see this. Now my element expanded. Okay, outside the border. Okay, how many sides? 4 sides or not? See this red shade. Observe. Now see the structure. The blue color, which is visible to the end user, that is nothing but a content. That is nothing but a content. Light green, the gap between border to content, we can say like what? Padding. The next one is like the border with red color, that is a boundaries of your element. The red shade is there, okay, which is expanded outside the border, 4 sides. What we can say? That is what? Margin or not. Okay, this is the structure of your element. Okay, the box model always represents the structure of an element. Got my point? Okay, now here also you can use the shorthand form. Instead of giving like 4, can I give the margin is like 30 pixel? Okay, now see this, these 4 you can write in a single line like this: margin top, right to bottom, and left. Yes or no? All okay? Okay, if anybody asks about what is box model, just you can tell all this stuff. Oh, then I have one question. Repeatedly asked question, you can easily tell. Okay, this is my Sachin and this is my Dhoni. Both are like divs only. For my Sachin, I applied margin bottom is like 30 pixel. For my Dhoni, I applied margin top is like 30 pixel. My question is very simple. What is the gap between div Sachin to div Dhoni? For my Sachin, I given like margin bottom 30. For my Dhoni, I given margin top is like 30. What is the gap between Sachin to Dhoni? That is my question. What is the gap? Okay, very simple. Let's go. Now, can I run this one? What is that? Box model. Okay, then. Now inspect it. First of all, margin always depending upon the border, right? Okay, so can I give the border for this div? For this div also? Okay, let's give the border. Border 1 pixel solid red is 1. The next one is like for my Dhoni, border 1 pixel, okay, dotted, okay, blue is like 1 more. Yes, done. Okay, this is my first div Sachin and this is my second div Dhoni. For my first div Sachin, what is my margin? Margin bottom 30 pixel. Margin bottom 30 pixel means what? From the Sachin border bottom, okay, it is going to calculate 30 pixel down. Margin bottom means from my border bottom, it is expanded 30 pixel. So now come here, margin bottom 0. So can I expand? See this 30. Now see, with respect to my div, if I put the cursor on my div, from my Sachin border bottom, it is expanded 30 pixel down or not? It is a margin bottom or not? Yes. So for my Dhoni, do we have any border? Okay, any margin? Red shade is there? No. Red shade is there? No. So for this Dhoni, how much you want me to give? Margin top 30 pixel. So if I give like margin top is like 0. Okay, now if I expand like this, did you see any gap increase it? Did you find? Did you observe anything is increasing? No, right? No, right? Okay, after 30, if I do something like this, now the gap is increasing or not? Why means very simple. Margin is specific to that particular element. So margin top I given to Dhoni. So from my top border, it is expanded 30 pixel top. So this is my 0. Now nothing is there, margin. Now see, if I increase this one, the red shade is going to increase or not? See this. To my Dhoni, see 10 pixel again expanded or not? Yes or no? From my margin top, it is expanded 10 pixel or not? Like this, how many pixel you want me to give? 30 pixel. So that margin is individual for that particular element. For this particular div, it is expanded 30 pixel. For this particular div, it is expanded top 30 pixel. So the gap is how much? Is like 60 or 30? The gap is how much? The gap is 30 pixel only or not? Don't say like 60. Got my point? Okay, the first div Sachin is like 30. Okay, the second one margin top is like 40. Then the gap is how much? Then the gap is how much? The gap is how much? 30 pixel, it is expanded. Now this one expanded how much? 40 pixel top expanded. So how much gap? Okay, which one is the biggest number? 30, 40, 40. The gap is like 40. All are okay? So far good? About the box model. Okay, okay then. The next one is like selectors. The next topic is like selectors. Okay. Same you can take it. Dev Sachin, Dev Dhoni, Dev. Okay. Perfect. Now my question is very simple. I'm using only one HTML page, then the time you can go with internal styling, no problem. My question is, I want to apply red color for Sachin, Dhoni, Kohli. Don't go with the inline. Inline is not recommended one. Only one page is there. You can go with the internal. So how we can apply the internal styling? Yesterday we already discussed by using style tag. By using style tag. So for my Sachin, Dhoni, Kohli, I want to apply red color. For my Sachin, Dhoni, Kohli, I want to apply red color. So what is the syntax for internal styling? First selector. After that, a group of your CSS properties. Property is nothing but it's a key value pair. So a group of CSS properties you can mention here. Selector, a group of CSS properties you can mention here. A group of CSS properties you can mention here. Got my point? Agreed with me? Yes or no? Color okay? Okay, now our discussion is about this part, selector part. Okay, which CSS property you want me to apply? You know that. The color, okay, red. Okay, if you don't know how we can find it, just go to Google. Okay, go to not Google, just go to your browser, open the developer console window, take any element, open any website, take any element, just right click, come on, right click. Okay, just put like here. Okay, these many CSS properties are there. I want color C. Okay, this is my color. Not only where key, you can get the value also. See this, these many values are there. Which value is suitable for your requirement, just you can use that value. That's it. Got my point? Now if you come here, okay, color red is my CSS property. To whom you want me to apply? Selector I want. That is an important now. Tell me, to whom you want me to apply? In my body, which elements having the name or which tags having the name div, I want to apply red color for that. So can I add like a div, then the time my requirement satisfied or not? See this. Okay, this is not ours, right? Can I go here? Selector. Open. Yes, Sachin, Dhoni, Kohli. Working? Yes or no? Okay, this is which selector. I can say this is like a tag name selector. I can say like tag name selector. Tag name. Select an element by using tag name. For example, here para is there. Para is there. Okay, here H1 is there. Here H1 is there. Okay, now only div come into the red color. I want both remaining also. Then you can put like comma para, comma H1 like this. Yes. If you want to apply the same CSS properties for multiple elements, then you can go with what? That selectors with comma separation, you can put it. Now the thing is, so far, okay. 3 elements, okay. 2 elements, okay. 1 element is okay. For example, here 100 different elements are there. 100 different elements are there. I want to apply red color for all the elements. Then the time 3 elements are like different. If you want to apply red color, those 3 elements you place here. First element, comma, second element, comma, third element. For example, 100 elements are there. How many elements you want me to place here? How many elements? 1, 2, 3. Okay, the fourth one, fifth one, like this 100 elements you have to place here or not? Is it the recommended way? Writing the 100 elements with comma separation? Obviously no, right? 1 or 2 or 3, maximum 3 I can manage. Okay, more elements are there, then that time is not recommended to write all the elements here with comma separation. It's very difficult to maintain. Okay, in that case, tag name selector is not a recommended one. If you want to apply the same CSS properties, for multiple elements, then that time don't go with the tag name selector like this. We have one more selector also there, that is called as a class. So how we can say these all things are rendered inside the browser? How my browser can understand this is like a class, this is like a ID, this is like a, okay, what tag name, very simple. My browser, if it is like a text without any symbol, prefix without any symbol, okay, then that time my browser can understand that is like a tag. This is a normal text div. Is there any, okay, symbol is there, prefix with any symbol? No, right? Then the time my browser can understand this one like a tag. For example, if I put like this, then the time my browser simply understand this, like this one is like a tag only. Okay, if I put like this, my browser simply think like this is like a tag, no tag is like, okay, yy in my HTML, so that simply it is ignored. So any text, okay, without any symbol, prefix without any symbol, then that time my browser can understand that is like a tag, that is like a tag. But in my requirement 100 elements are there, don't go with the tag name selector like this. I want to go with the class name. So how we can add the class here, how we can represent, okay, that particular class in our CSS code? Very simple. Okay, let's create one class. How we can tell it is like a class to my browser? If a prefix with the dot symbol, my browser can understand the CLR like a class. If you not put anything, dot, nothing, my CLR is like a tag name. My browser can understand like a tag name. Now this is not a tag name, this is what class name. How we can tell? Dot. Okay, now I created one class, one CSS class. That class I have to keep here or not? So how we can keep, we have multiple attributes are there. One of the common attribute is a class. So that attribute you can add here. My attribute value is what? My CLR. Like this, you can add it. Yes. Now come here. Can I refresh the page? Working. Okay, come here. Okay, just you can put like any other also. Yes, working. Okay, how my browser can understand this is like a class? It is prefixed with dot. So immediately my browser checks in the body which elements are having the class whose name is like CLR. If my browser finds some elements, for that particular element should apply with the, okay, this color or not, blue violet. Got my point? Yes or no? Okay, this is class selector. When you can go with the class selector, if you want to apply the same CSS properties, multiple elements, huge number of elements, 100 elements are there, I want to apply the CLR class. Okay, color red, I want to apply for 100 elements. Just create a class, add that class to 100 elements like this. Very simple or not? Okay, I have one more class is there. I want to create one more class. Okay, yeah, font size. Okay, my font size equals to 100 pixel. So this class I want to add to my Sachin. So how we can add, okay, can I write like this? Now if you observe here, okay, that means for a single element, you can write any number of classes or not. So one class to another class, how we can differentiate? One class to another class, how we can differentiate? By using space. If the space is not there, entire text is like one class. Okay, if you want to differentiate, CLR is one class, FS is one class, just go with this. Just go with this. Got my point? All agreed? So for good. So if you want to apply the same CSS properties for multiple elements, better to go with what? Class or tag name? Better to go with class. The next one. Okay, here Dhoni is special. So I want to apply some special properties that is only for Dhoni. In future, I don't want to use for any other player. Some of the CSS properties only for Dhoni. In future also, I don't want to use that CSS properties to any other person, any other element. Then that time, one unique element, if you want to apply some CSS, unique CSS properties, then that time how we can go, class is nothing but apply the CSS properties for multiple elements. Now I have some CSS properties that is only for one element, only one element. Then the time better to go with, one of the selector called as a ID selector. Okay, ID is an attribute. It is represents the unique identity of your element. Here, okay, Dhoni. So ID is what? Dhoni. Okay, some special CSS properties are there. Okay, some special CSS properties are there for my Dhoni. Is like this. Is like this. Whenever my browser load these styles, okay, the text which is prefixed with dot, my browser can understand like class. So wherever the CLR class applied to elements, okay, those are like, okay, my color is applied to that particular elements. Okay, here also dot. So my browser can understand FS is like what? FS is like what? A class. Which elements having the FS class, my browser apply this style. But here, Dhoni, prefix with anything? No. My browser think it is like a element, but Dhoni is not an element, right? So nothing is, okay, this particular CSS property is not applied to any element. So Dhoni is like a element, Dhoni is like, you have to tell to the browser, Dhoni is like a ID now. You have to tell, right, to my browser. How we can tell, you know, to make it understand, just put like hash. Whenever my browser checks, okay, Dhoni prefix with this symbol hash, my browser can understand like it is a ID. So immediately go to your body or HTML code, which element having ID is like Dhoni. For that particular element, these CSS properties are applied or not. So can I go like this? Yes, my Dhoni applied or not? Agreed with me? So first one is like tag name selector, class selector. The next one is like what? ID selector. ID selector. Okay. Now the next one. I have one div Sachin. I have one div Dhoni. Okay. The next one is like I have div Kohli. I have one more div Kohli. I have one more div Kohli. Okay, my question is very simple. I want to apply red color for my Sachin, only Sachin. Okay, one thing you have to keep in your mind. 5, 6, 7 code you should not change. Don't say like put ID, class, don't say like that. Div, 5, line number 5, 6, and 7. Okay, it is not possible to change from your end. Still, I want to apply, okay, Sachin, red color for my Sachin. Then how? Okay, let's start. So my color is like red. This is, okay, we can decide, already done. So here, if I put like a div, then what happened? Line numbers, okay, these 3 divs, I don't have any permission to change it. Okay, now what happened? If I run all the elements, okay, how many elements are there whose name is like div? All the elements come into the red color or not? All the elements come into the red color. Is it your requirement? Is it your requirement? As per your requirement, which element you want me to make it like red color? Which element? Sachin. Okay, so can you come to DOM now? Can you check how the hierarchy looks like? See, in the elements tab, HTML is a parent. Inside this one, there has 2 tags are there, head and body. Inside the head, my style placed. Okay, I didn't tell to my browser. My browser knows which element place where, head or body. Okay, whatever you place in the head, that is not visible to the end user, but run in the background, works in the background. So this div color red visible in the browser? No. So display none is by default. So the next element is like a body. Okay, body by default block level margin 8 pixel is there. Inside the body, these elements placed by browser. I didn't place. My browser knows what I have to place where. So for my first div, I want to apply red color. Okay, not for Dhoni and Kohli. If I write like this, it is applied for Dhoni and Kohli also. Then how? Means very simple. Sachin, I want to apply red color, right? See, what is the difference between Dhoni, Kohli, and Sachin? Okay, comparing with Dhoni and Kohli, what is the difference? Okay, this one Sachin is what? If you see this, both, okay, all these 3 elements having the same parent body, But one thing, if you observe, Sachin is like a first children, right, to my body. Yes or no? If you observe this hierarchy, Sachin is a first children to my body element or not, body parent or not. Yes or no? Sachin is like a first children or not. Okay, so my selector, can I write like this? Div, how many divs? 3 divs. Parent is what? Body. Among those 3 divs, I want the first child. I want the first child. Who is the first child? Who is the first child? My Sachin is the first child, right? So it is applied red color for my Sachin or not? Yes or no? Agreed with me? Now H1 Dravid. Now if I run this one, which player come into the red color? Come on, if I run this one, which player come into the red color? Anyone? Which player come into the red color? Now if you come here, nothing. Nothing. Why? Why means, what is the selector you written? What is the selector you written? Come on, div first child. First of all, how many divs are there? How many divs are there? We can split this one. Okay, how many divs are there? 3 divs. Okay, div is a element. Why? Because it is not prefixed with dot, hash, not like that. It is a normal text. It is an element. Total how many divs are there? Come to our hierarchy. Okay, total 3 divs are there. Among these 3 divs, any one of the div is the first children of any parent. Any one of the div is the first children of any parent. Tell me, any one of the div. Who is the first children here? To my body, who is the first child? H1, not div, right? But you written the code how? Div is a first child of any parent. Can you apply these styles like that? You written. Div is the first child of any parent. Can you apply this color red? But is my div first child? No. This div is a first child? No. This div is a first child? No. Okay. So that my color red is not applied for any element or not. Any div or not. Agreed with me? Yes or no? For example, if I write like this. For example, if I write like this. Okay. Hierarchy wise it's not support, just you can write like this. Now say this, my Dhoni come into the red color. Why my Dhoni come into the red color? Why my Dhoni come into the red color? See, total how many divs are there? Think, total how many divs are there? Total divs, one by one. Total divs how many? 1, 2, 3 divs are there. Can you check among these 3 divs, any div is the first child of any parent? Can you check here? Okay, first div is what? Sachin. Is my Sachin is the first child of any parent? Is my Sachin is the first child of any parent? No, leave it. The next one is Kohli. Is my Kohli is the first child of any parent? It is the last child of my body. No. Next one is like inside the span, Dhoni is there. My Dhoni, who is the parent for my Dhoni? Who is the parent for my Dhoni? Span. For my span, my Dhoni is the first child, one and only is children or not. So this is only the first, this is only the last. So my div is the first children of any parent. That is only right. Selector you written. So that my color red is applied for which element? My color red is applied for which element? Dhoni or not. It is the first child of any parent or not. Got my point? Okay, first child selector means it is a first child of any parent. Okay, first child. The next one, just reverse, more than that, nothing. Okay, this is what? This is what? That is the first child of any parent. This is what? Come on, last child of any parent or not. This is the last child of any parent or not. If I write, okay, last child, can anyone tell me? If I write like last child, can anyone tell me? Okay, what is my output? Which players come into the red color? Which players come into the red color? Which players come into the red color? Now, if I refresh the page, Kohli and Dhoni. Why? Again, same. 3 divs are there. Which div is the last children of any parent? Check it. First div, Sachin. Sachin is the last children of any parent? Who is the parent for my Sachin? Body. It is not a last children. Next, Dhoni. My Dhoni is the last children of my span or not? That is one of the first. That is one of the last. So, my Dhoni come into the red color. The next one is what? Kohli. Kohli, who is the parent? Body. For my body parent, who is the last children? For my body parent, who is the last children? For my body parent, who is the last child? Kohli. So that my Kohli also come into the red color or not? Last children of any parent, first children of any parent. All are okay? Yes or no? Agree with me? Okay. Okay then. Now, okay, just I written a selector. Okay, I'm going to run this one. Then you only tell, okay, the behavior, the functionality. My Sachin applied red color. If I run this one, can anyone tell me about the first of type? Can anyone tell me about the first of type? Can anyone tell me about the first of type? Come on, can anyone tell me the first of type? Tell me. First of type. Very simple, right? First of type is nothing but div first of type we added. So total how many divs are there? 3 divs are there. Okay, 3 divs are there. First of type is working like the first div is Sachin, right? Who is the parent for my Sachin? Who is the parent for my Sachin? Who is the parent? Body. So first of type selector functional device working like this. My Sachin parent is my body. If I travel inside the body, starting to ending, okay, if I travel inside the body, okay, which element is the first, which diff is the first occurrence? Come on. My Sachin parent is like body. Okay, inside the body, if I travel top to bottom, okay, which div is the first occurrence? Tell me. Which div? Sachin, Dhoni, Kohli, which div is the first occurrence? Sachin or not? So that my Sachin come into the red color. Got my point? In any parent, if I travel top to bottom, okay, which div is the first occurrence? That is only in the red color. Got my point? If I put like, okay, here, H3. H3. Tell me, if I run, what is my output? What is my output? Sachin only. Sachin only. Same. Why? Okay. In any parent, okay, how many parents are there? Body is my parent. In any parent, if I travel top to bottom, because first of type is nothing but top to bottom traveling. If I travel top to bottom, which div is the first occurrence? Which div is the first occurrence? H1 is not a div. H3 not a div. This element is div or not? So this div is the first occurrence. So that color is red is applied for this Sachin. Got my point? Now, if I put like this, last of type, what's my output? Now, my traveling is like top to bottom or bottom to top. In any parent, now I want to travel bottom to top. If I travel bottom to top, which div is the first occurrence? Kohli or not? Okay. Now, if I place these two here, okay, my output is what? My output is what? Okay, same only or not? Why? Because inside the body, if I travel bottom to top, which div is the first occurrence? Div word. I said like div first of type, div last of type. I'm looking for div. Okay, top to bottom or bottom to top based on first of type, last of type. Last of type is nothing but in this particular parent, any parent, in any parent, okay, travel bottom to top, which div is the first occurrence? That is in the you can apply that styles. So the next one is what? First of type. The next one, last of type. First of type, last of type. The next, I have one div. Inside this one, span is there, Sachin. Inside this one, span is there. Span is there, Kohli. Inside, okay, outside the div, I have one more span is there. Span is there, okay, Dhoni. Now, can anyone tell me? If I run this one, which elements come into the red color? Which players come into the red color? My span, no prefix, nothing. It's a tag name. In my body, how many tags whose name is like span? Can you apply the color red? Span only. It's a tag name. How many elements are whose name is like span? 3. Sachin, Kohli, Dhoni. Perfect. But my question is, I want red color only Sachin and Kohli, not for span, Dhoni. Only Sachin, Kohli I want in the red color, not Dhoni. Then how? Okay, the elements Sachin, Kohli, inside which element? Inside the div, right? Inside the div, right? So with respect to div, my Sachin and Kohli are like a children's or not? So is it like a direct children or indirect children? Direct children. So that div greater than span. Greater than is nothing but what? Div greater than. Div is a big. Big is nothing but parent. Okay, div is a parent. Okay, how many direct children whose name is like span? Can you apply red color? Sachin, Kohli applied or not? Yes or no? Now tell me, how many players in the red color now? 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 How many players? Sachin, Kohli only, not Dhoni. Why? Div is a parent. Span is what? Span is what? Children. Okay, how many spans are there for my div? Okay, Sachin also inside div. Kohli also inside div. Dravid also inside div only, right? Div only, right? But greater than is nothing but what? Direct children's. Sachin and Kohli direct to div, but my Dravid direct to P, indirect to div or not. That's the reason greater than always takes direct children's. If you want direct or indirect inside the div, then that time you can go with okay space. Then that time you can go with what? Space. Div space span. Div is the parent. Inside the parent, all direct or indirect spans. You can take like a red color. Got my point? Yes or no? Now, if you want to check this particular element, okay, selector, see this, right click on the element, copy selector. Okay, now can I place here? Now see this, the selector, body greater than div. What it means? Body is a parent, div is a direct children. Yes or no? See this, body is a parent. How many direct children are there? Div span, so div is the direct children. Yes. Greater than P is nothing but inside this div. Okay, direct children is what? Para is there. Yes, this is the one. Inside that para, direct children is what? Span is there. Yes or no? This is like a selector for my Dravid or not? Only for Dravid. Can I copy this one? Can I paste here? Now, which one is coming to the red color now? Which one come into the red color now? Only Dravid or not? Yes or no? Okay. Okay, then we'll see remaining things in tomorrow's class. Okay, newcomers, just wait for some time. Okay. We completed like 8 sessions excluding today. So 8 sessions videos you can find here. Let me upload it. Okay. If you don't have any questions, okay, you can drop. You know, right, how to download that content and everything. Okay, just you can drop. If you have any office work, just you can drop. Okay, this is my job. Don't think more about this one, what I'm doing now. Yeah, uploaded. You can download it. So newcomers who is joining from today onwards. Okay. So this is our total content. Are you able to see my screen? Newcomers are you able to see my screen? Newcomers there or not there? Can anyone confirm? Yeah. So the total course duration is like 60 hours. Okay. The first prerequisites we are going to discuss like HTML. The next one is like CSS. After that, okay, in JavaScript, these many topics we are going to cover. Don't think like, okay, once we covered all the JavaScript topics, we are going to start like React. Don't think like that. React and JavaScript go parallel. Okay. So as part of React, we are going to discuss these many topics. And then, okay, there has some deployment related stuff. It is like a DevOps related stuff. We are going to discuss, okay, how to deploy the code and how to commit your code in the cloud, in the GitHub. We are going to discuss like the backend also, Node.js. Okay, don't expect like more from backend. Okay, Node.js 30% we are going to cover to write your REST API calls as well as GraphQL. Okay, we are using the database as part of our sessions is like MongoDB. We are using like a state management technique, okay, Redux as well as JuiceStand in our application. Okay, nowadays people are completely shifting to functional components. So these many hooks we are going to discuss. Okay, as part of our course, we are going to take like one kind of, okay, application. Okay, it's a equal to real-time application only. One online test application we are going to discuss by using, okay, React is a client, Node is a server, MongoDB is a database, React with GraphQL, Node with GraphQL, and MongoDB. Like these 4 applications we are going to discuss. The next, JWT, how to manage the JSON Web Token. Okay, weekends, Next.js, React Native, React with TypeScript we are going to cover. Webpack, how to use in our application we are going to discuss. As part of our course, okay, these many softwares we need, okay, in particular point of time I will tell. For now, Visual Studio Code is enough, just you can install it. Okay, in future these softwares are required, we are going to work with this. Okay, accounts you can create, these many accounts we required. Okay, I want GitHub, Vercel, MongoDB, AWS, and npm.js. Okay, this is our learning website. It is always 24/7 is available. All our content and everything we are going to deliver as part of this website only. The next one is like, so for 8 sessions we completed, 8 session videos you can see here. Those finally this is the fee. Okay, without videos 5,000, with videos are like 8,000 is the fee. So these are the bank details. Just you can, if you're interested, you can pay and contact with admin to get the new link. Okay, if they not respond, okay, due to some reason, okay, they are busy with some other classes also. Okay, if in case, okay, you can send, you can drop a mail to my email ID. This is my email ID. Okay, so this is the thing. So who want to put some experience, this course would help. So that I recommended those people take the videos also. Why? Because you people want to put some experience, so you need to revise the sessions more. Okay, so newcomers, you can go to this website first. uijavakit.com is the website. Just go to this website. Okay, let me share with you. Okay, mostly from Wednesday onwards, the link will get changed. Okay, is there any new updates are there? I will inform. Wednesday onwards, link will change. Okay, just go to this website. Okay, already previous video links I placed in the content tab, last 8 class sessions, you can go through that. Okay, not from the chart. Okay, just click on the link. Just click on the link. Directly click on the link from the chart. Just click on this link. Are you able to click on the link? Yeah, click on the link. Then the time you can see this website, right? Okay, now go to the React.js tab. Click on the React.js tab. Okay, come down. There has one icon you can see, VTS icon here. See this. Okay, before that, there has one link is the today class link. Just click on the today class link. Once you click on the today class link, one zip file downloaded, go to that downloads folder, extract it. Extract it. Okay. Now you can see whatever the content so far we delivered. Okay, everything you can see here. Open this content.txt file. Okay, in this particular file, you can see, okay, our stuff. Okay, I already told, right? Okay, last 8 session videos you can see here. Last 8 session videos you can see here. Okay, as well as admin details also you can see here. Okay. Okay, then any questions, anyone? Anyone have any questions so far? Yeah, go ahead. You can unmute and you can talk. If you have any questions, just unmute.
Yeah. Actually, what is border box and content box and box model?
Second.
Border box and content box.
Yes.
Yeah. In box model, we have something called content box.
This one, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Now you can say this. Okay, box sizing and border box is there. Okay, we'll discuss that here.
Okay.
The CSS properties that is not yet discussed.
Okay.
If you come here, okay, if you want,
I
you
thought
can
that
see.
is part of box model. I thought.
Okay, in the styling, this is jQuery not. In the CSS, in the selectors, okay, border box and box somewhere you can see. Okay, more CSS properties here. Box size. Okay, at this moment you can get some more idea. I'll tell that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So any other questions, anyone? No? Okay, then you can complete HTML as well as.
So what is the plan now for next 10-15 days JavaScript, then followed by that React, right?
No,
Or
not
JavaScript React
not
will go parallelly.
parallelly. Next, okay, 3 to 4 days we are going to complete the CSS remaining sessions. Okay, so we are going to start JavaScript with React. Okay, whenever React is required JavaScript knowledge, first we complete JavaScript and then we move to React, like that, go parallel. So actually next week onwards we are going to start our React. Okay. Any questions, anyone? Okay, then we'll continue my things in tomorrow's class. Thank you guys. Bye.
दियो दी राज दी राज राज दी हाँ हे गला चला एती हाँ हाँ नो नो